wins. What's been the key or keys to that run? You feel obviously it's not just one thing, but if you could just maybe give a summarization of what you feel like has been consistent throughout this run.
Honestly, I feel like we're just coming in with the focus that we need each and every game. We're not looking at it as like looking ahead of games or looking back on losses or wins. We just focused on the next game. And I think that mentality is key for a playoff run. Wins or losses, it's just key to move on to the next one, make adjustments, and move on to the next one and give it your best shot. And I think our group has done a great job of just focusing on the next game, focusing on the next adjustments that we need to make. I think that's key to what's been going on here since we've made 6 in a row now. I didn't even know there was that much, but I just focus on one game at a time, man, honestly.
Quick follow, Jay. Chris, we know he's done this in the fourth quarter throughout the season. It's just that a national audience is seeing it now. What was it like not only to see him do it, but you being a big part of that because you got a 3 out of that? I think you assisted him on a bucket, and then you got a 2 there as well.
I mean, that's what he do. That's what he's on his team to do. He's on his team to put guys in position, put himself in position to be effective. And I think with him knowing what he wants to get to, it helps us read him a lot. But we have full faith in him with the ball in his hands come crunch time to make the right play. I mean, he's a proven player in our league, and he's a proven player on this team. So we trust him to put the ball in his hands to make the play. And I think you saw a good glimpse of that last night. Pretty much each fourth quarter, this whole series, he's been the key to making us get over the hump and get the job done. So we have full faith in him, and he's our leader when it comes to closing and putting guys in position.
Next is Craig Fouie with ABC 15, and then Melissa Rowland.
Hey, Jay, the Denver Nuggets coach, Michael Malone, and a couple of their players said last night they're really having a tough time guarding Chris. What would you anticipate seeing tomorrow night in terms of defensively what they might do?
I mean, I think they've thrown the book at him. I think they did a lot of different coverages on him. He's just doing a good job of just, when he's not even scoring, he's just affecting the game by just making the right play. He's making the right play each and every time. And I just think when you look at his assist to turnover ratio, it speaks for itself. He's making the right play time after time. And I just think it makes it tough on the defense. But they've thrown the book at him. We got to continue to play off of him. If they do decide to blitz him or whatever, trap him with the ball and get the ball out of his hands, someone else has to step up and make the play. And I think our group is ready for that and prepared for that.
Next is Melissa Rowland with Fox Sports, followed by Kellen Olson.
Hey, Jay. Over your guys' last 2 wins, Chris has both nights credited the team's coaching staff. I'm curious what Monty has meant to you personally, and do you think you guys would be having the type of success that you guys are having if it weren't for him?
I mean, he's done a great job with our group. He's gotten everybody on the same page. It took a little while, but that's expected with a couple of free agents that me, myself, and Chris coming over. It's just getting everything to gel. He's done a great job of just maintaining it and managing it all. On and off the court, he's done a good job of just being a good player's coach. He's honestly been through this stuff as a player, so he has a good knowledge of what a player may go through in this league. So he's done a great job of just getting this group together and putting guys in position to succeed. I think he knows what every player on our team brings to the team, to the game of basketball. He's trying to put everybody in position to help the team. So he's been tremendous with us. He's been great. He's our leader. He's our head leader, and I don't think we'll be here without him. Obviously, a good team needs a good head man in charge, and I think we have that in Coach. But it's no coincidence that what he's done has been tremendous, just gelling the team together and getting everybody on the same page has been great for us.
Next up is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Nick King.
Hey, Jay, to your earlier answer on Chris, they've thrown pretty much every defense at him and Devin, and including last series, and you guys have been able to handle it as a group. I was just curious what you credit your guys' offensive success to in terms of all these different defenses being thrown and you guys still maintain and play within your system.
Just all year, I think you got to go through stuff, ups and downs throughout the year to prepare you for these moments. I feel like when you have a full season ahead of you, you're able to go through different scenarios, and I think we've been put through a lot of different tests when it comes to stopping our offense, stopping our ball handlers, stopping our playmakers, and trying to slow our offense down. So I just think the stuff that we went through earlier on in the year and throughout the year, the ups and the downs of it all, has prepared us for the moment. Honestly, I just feel like it's coming to play now. We can we know what to do when a team is ready to trap us and blitz us and take away different things, and we're prepared for it. And it's like clockwork right now. We're just checking the boxes a little bit, making sure that we're doing everything hard and together, and I think it's working out for us.
Next is Nick King with Channel 3, Channel 5, and then Gina Mizell.
Jay, last week and a half here, I've started hearing from kind of casual NBA fans, friends from around the country who are really noticing and recognizing the Suns for the first time. I'm wondering if you've experienced that at all, of just people noticing how good you guys are.
I'm trying to stay away from my phone as much as possible, dude, honestly. At this time of the year, I try to put that phone down, focus on what I need to focus on, and leave it at that. So when it comes to family members talking about it, they know when they talk to me, I really want to talk basketball because I'm always thinking it 24/7. But obviously, when you win games, especially in the playoffs, you're going to get notarized. It's more publicity to it. It's more worldwide notification. So that's part of it. I feel like, but we got to continue to do what we got to do. We're here to do a job, and we're here to conquer a goal. And I think the goal is not done yet. We're not satisfied to where we are right now. Not one bit. We feel like we want more. We're itching for more. So we got to continue to do what we need to do. Check the boxes each and every day to prepare ourselves for each and every game. So I feel like when you win games at this level, at this time of the year, the national attention is going to come. I think our guys are prepared for that. We're doing a good job of focusing on what needs to be focused on and letting it play out.
Final two questions are going to be Gina Mizell with Suns.com and Cody Cunningham.
Hey, Jay, to kind of build off one of your earlier answers, I know attention to detail has been such a key thing for you guys throughout the season. And both Chris and Monty have mentioned in recent days that it's been really gratifying to see this stuff you've drilled in practice, actually showing up in games on this stage. So maybe what are some of those details that you feel like you guys drilled throughout the entire season that are now showing itself kind of on the biggest stage?
I mean, it's a couple different things. I think the number one thing for us is communication, especially on the road, loud crowd, loud environment, tough environments. When you're on the road and traveling in the playoffs, you got to have 10x communication. Everybody has to be on the same page. All 5 guys, all 15 guys, every coach. We all have to be on the same page. And I feel like we've done a good job of communicating from players to coach to player, vice versa. It's been a great communication throughout this whole process. So I think that's what you see. I think you see a lot of guys prepared because we have those conversations and film sessions and walkthroughs. We're having a conversation that needs to be maybe said at any point of the time. But I mean, it may be uncomfortable at times, but it needs to be said. You know, and I think that allows growth. And in a sense, so that's what you're getting right now. You're getting a lot of guys who just focus on one task, on the same page, and I think we're prepared for the moment. We're prepared for whatever's thrown at us from different coverages on the offensive scheme. And defensively is trying to put out a fire, whether it be one guy hurting us or one action hurting us. We're just doing a good job of just trying to move on to the next thing to better ourselves, to give ourselves a chance to win the game. Honestly, I feel like the communication is number one. You talk about that day one of training camp, just coming in, talking, all guys being on the same page, but it takes a full season. It takes ups and downs to go through to come out on the good side of that and be prepared for moments like we were put in right now. So to me, the communication is probably the number one thing, to answer your question.
Final question is going to be Cody Cunningham with Suns.com.
Hey, Jay, just want to know just how impressed have you been by the young wings on this team and Mikal and Cam Johnson? Just how have you seen them respond to the big stage, and what advice have you been able to give them, thinking back to your first postseason?
I just told them, I mean, those guys they're doing exactly what I expected. They're fearless, first of all. So I knew they were ready for that moment. Whatever's thrown at them, they're attacking it. But I just told them to if you're nervous about your first playoff game or first playoff appearance, one thing that helped me out was just being prepared, knowing that I'm fully prepared for this moment. I can just go out and play and react. That helps me. And I feel like these guys have done a good job of watching film and being prepared, so they can just go out on the court and react and play the game, and not overthinking it and not being timid or anything like that. They're just doing a good job of just knowing what we're trying to accomplish and trying to give it their all each and every possession. I feel like as a young guy, first time in the playoffs, that's all you can ask out of them. And the rest will take care of itself.
Thank you for the time, Jay.
Good.